Hey y'all, it's Tiara Chantel, and we are back with another episode. Thank you so much for tuning into Vibrate in Between. And if you're new to this podcast, I would like to go back to explaining the title. The reason why, just to kick off this episode, I just feel like I need to reintroduce myself a little bit, as well as the intention behind the podcast. Vibrate in between simply means learning how to vibrate, how to exude your frequency, even if you feel like you're in between a rock and a hard place. You might feel stuck, you might feel stagnant, you might feel like confused, right? You might feel like your soul is calling you to level up, and maybe your ego is pulling you to radiate a more low frequency, all at the same damn time. But having grace in between all of that and learning how to discern in between all of that, how to listen to your intuition in between all of the so-called chaos, all of the confusion, all the messiness. That is the whole point of this podcast, is us learning how to be present with our feelings, but also giving space for discernment, not being stuck, but allowing ourselves to transcend any low vibrations, any low emotions, anything that doesn't feel so yummy or good or positive. It's okay to feel. We're human, but we're also spirits. So that's the point of the experience. So that's why I came up with the title Vibrate in Between podcast. If you didn't know that, now you know. And of course, I'm your host, Tiara. And, I've had my struggles. I've had my struggles with being in between, but then also identifying with it to the point where I would kind of just make myself be stagnant, getting in my own way. Being diagnosed with this, that, and the third, and then identifying with those labels and ailments and trauma stories where it's like, okay, this is me. It's not me. It's just something I experienced, until I realized through beautiful holistic teachers that, I have a choice, and I know who I really am at the core as God's child, as the God within, the creator that made me. The core of who I truly am is someone who has no gender, has no age, has no name, has no race. And I am eternal. I'm infinite. I don't die. And I am pure love and light. And it's okay to understand that darkness is my brother and sister, because aspects of that darkness is also an image of God. So that's what I mean by choosing, discerning, making a choice, being definitive in what vibration you really want to radiate, what you really want to be consistent in, what you really want to embrace and embody and master. That is the vibration that I choose. That is the vibration of love and light that I encourage everybody to explore and discover, tap into, because everyone has that within themselves. When I realized that that's my true essence, my true nature, things switched. Things woke up for me. I woke up. I wasn't sleepwalking anymore. Things became more open, more aware. I wasn't as confused. So I just wanted to give you that little tidbit. And now I want to go into the episode, the title of this episode. And it is, not everybody is going to love you the way that you love yourself. And that's okay. I want to share this download, this message with you because I feel, just like any other download I get, it's important. It's important for me as a reminder. And I just want to share it to see who it can also help and resonate with. Just taking a deep breath. This is the winter solstice, okay? It is December 21st, 2025. Winter solstice is here. The end of the year is here. We are going into a whole new chapter. 2026 is around the corner in just a couple weeks. So we're all feeling the feelings. We're all, feeling up and down. We're all wanting a little bit more silence. We're all wanting to be a little bit more still and to ourselves, getting that solitude. But I know a lot of us also want to cultivate relationships and give our time and energy towards those who really deserve our light and love. So, with that being said, I actually took the day off from my job today, despite what I was going to get paid, despite, any of that. I chose to take the day off for myself because I wanted to be creative. I wanted to be in solitude. I wanted to feel my feelings. I wanted to create art. I wanted to get a download and receive the download and just allow things to come in. So money is great. Money is energy. But your temple, your mind, your body, your spirit, that is also precious and priceless. So to anyone who chose this Sunday to take care of themselves, who didn't want to overexert, I commend you because I know how tough that can be sometimes to make that choice. But don't feel bad. Don't feel like, you're not doing what you got to do. Like, no, you are doing what you have to do. You have to do what's best for your soul, despite what anyone has to say about it. So, excuse me, y'all. With that being said, let's get into it. Not everybody is going to love you the way that you love yourself, and that's okay. And what do I mean by that? People are mirrors. So, ironically enough, people are coming to me lately just venting about, their relationship, what they have going on with this person, that person, this family member, whatever. And it feels like a lot of stagnant energy. It feels like a lot of people are confused. They're not listening to their inner truth. They're being people pleasers. They're looking for validation. They're repeating cycles. They're like, help me, help me, help me. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all help yourselves. What do? I don't know what to do because my spouse is irritating me. My roommate's irritating me. My mom's irritating me. My boss is irritating me. My coworker's irritating me. Make a move. Well, what do you mean make a move? I don't know what to do yet. Start anywhere. Well, where do you want me to start? How do I do this? Listen to your intuition. What does your heart want? What is bothering you? Start anywhere. There's no one size fits all, y'all. So instead of y'all coming to me asking for advice or looking for the solution, the answer, whatever, you already have the answer within you. And I say that with a lot of love. I'm not trying to sound harsh. I'm just being real. You have the answer within you. God created you for a reason, so you already know what the answer is. You just have an underlying agenda to get, and to connive and to deceive. You're ignoring that part of your ego because you don't want to face it due to fear, due to trauma, due to conditioning. I'm not judging you. I've been there, done that. I understand it. But the only way we're able to evolve, grow, and face the bullshit is by being honest with ourselves. Understand that not every fucking body in this world is going to love you the way that you love yourself. And you have to be okay with it at some point in your life. It's gonna suck. It's gonna feel ridiculous. It's gonna sting. It's gonna hurt because you're human. But as soon as you get out of the victim mind and you realize who the fuck you are and whose you are, which is the creator, then you will co-create with a lot more bliss, with a lot more ease, and a lot more better energy with self-compassion and compassion for others, and not really give a fuck about the outcome. The less hard you are on yourself, the less hard you'll be on other people. And don't get it twisted. Don't mistake it, right? Don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying don't hold people accountable. I am telling you to hold people accountable for their actions. I am telling you to call people out when they're on some bullshit. I am telling you to check people when they're not understanding the type of frequency that they're on. I am telling you to have self-compassion. But I'm also telling you, don't give a fuck. It's okay to do both at once. It may sound like an oxymoron. It may sound like I'm telling you to do one thing and then telling you to do something else. No, I'm telling you to hold space for both in a healthy, balanced way. You can do whatever you want because you are your own person at the end of the day, with your own process, with your own self-awareness, with a soul, right? But collectively, we do have an energetic responsibility. This is why I focus on me, Tierra. I focus on myself. And the less I have focus on other people, the less focus I have on the people, places, and things out there, and the more I put that beautiful energy into myself, the more I'm able to outpour out into the world more genuinely. Because the universe is going to do what it wants to do. Okay, the universe is just going to mirror whatever I'm doing to myself. People are going to represent at work, in relationships, at home, right? You can't avoid people. People are everywhere. They're going to mirror the beautiful love that you have for yourself, but also the things that are worth working on within yourself, that are worth facing within yourself. So if someone's treating you in a so-called bad way, if someone has an attitude, if someone is giving you their ass to kiss, if someone's being belligerent, if someone's being hypercritical of you, if someone's being hard on you, if someone's being judgmental on you, if someone's being nasty towards you, if someone's exuding ugliness towards you, right? Take that as an opportunity to see something within yourself that maybe you didn't fully show love towards just yet. How they feel about themselves has really nothing to do with you. Pray for them, send them love, God bless, right? But the other part of it is looking at, and this is hard for a lot of people because some people don't want to get out of their ego, but some people who are ready to get out of their ego and love upon their ego and be like, you know, it's okay, I got it from here, will be able to receive this message and see that, you know, yeah, this is a beautiful opportunity for me to love upon that version of me that I didn't fully have compassion towards, you know, like how I was back in the day, how I was 10 years ago, the Tierra 5 years ago, the Tierra 3 relationships ago, the Tierra 1 relationship ago. The parts of me that I wasn't aware of, or I was aware of, but I wasn't fully giving so much love to that version of me. I didn't fully transcend it yet, you know, things like that. It's going to be represented in the next person that I'm entertaining, a stranger on the streets who's treating me a certain way, whoever triggers me, whoever brings out a side of me that I'm like, woof, where did that come from? It's all an opportunity. It is all an opportunity if I choose to see it with that perspective, with that lens of, I can grow from here. I can evolve from here. I can do better from here. I can change that about myself. I have the power within myself to vibrate higher. I have the power within myself to be more kind. I have the power within myself to not get bothered by that. I have the power within myself to not be reactive or defensive. I have the power within myself to not identify with my trauma story. So the more that I'm able to accept that, the more I choose to embrace that, the more that I love myself. There's levels to love. There are levels to love. And that was an eye-opener for me, because I can even look at ex-spouses or old friendships, old project dynamics, people that I've given my time and energy and care and nutrients into, the people I've nurtured, the people who, I expected some things from, the people I've poured into, the people I had like that dynamic with, right? Whether it be romantic or not, I can look at them now and be like, you know what? They loved me the best way they knew how to, at the level of awareness that they were at. It doesn't mean that they didn't love me at all. It just means that's what they thought love was. So that's what they chose to give me. But my version of love at this point in my life is an evolved version of love. The more I get closer to oneness with God, the more I get closer to the truth, the more I get closer to the core essence of who I am, and I embody that on a more consistent basis, whether it looks fake to somebody else or not. And it's not. Best believe it's pure. The more I realize my worth, and the more I am willing to accept and receive the love that I give, which is a high vibrational ass love. Like, that love is so gorgeous. Why wouldn't I deserve it back if I give it? The more I open up my heart, the more vulnerable I become. Not just say it, but deliver on it. The more honest I am with myself and other people, the more kind and generous and not selfish I am towards people, but just willing to exude godliness towards, without needing something like, oh my God, I'm only going to do this for them so I can get something back. No transactional bullshit behind it. The more I get closer to oneness, the more I exude that beautiful love, is the quicker and the more abundantly I will receive that unconditional love from other people. And I'm ready for it. The end of 2025 is here. Winter Solstice is all about shedding away anything and everything that no longer serves you. It's about shedding away anything and everything that tries to diminish your light. It's about taking the time to be in the dark, taking the time to be in solitude, taking the time to be in the cold space, right? And learning how to warm yourself up within that darkness. It's about death and rebirth. It's about transitioning, transcending. It's about being honest, even if it hurts. Because otherwise, you're just going to carry out that same daunting, dense energy into the new year. And then you're going to wonder why 2026 is looking the same, if not more dense in many ways. I mean, again, we all have free will. We all are co-creators of this whole universe. So what you put out there is what you will receive. And for me, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired. I'm tired of the phoniness. I'm tired of the fakeness. I'm tired of the wish-washiness. I'm tired of the up and down chaoticness. I'm tired of the enabling. I'm tired of the bullshitters, and people are going to play their role. People are going to wear their masks. People are going to hate because that's what a hater does. People are going to rag on you. People are going to bash you. People are going to talk shit. Listen, let them do them as you do you. And do what is really you if you want to see more abundance in your health. You want to know how your life is really going? What is your health saying? You want to know if you're on the right path? What is your body saying internally? I'm not talking about your aesthetics physically. I'm talking about your body internally. What are your organs saying? What are your headaches saying? What are your stomach issues saying? When we pay attention to our bodies, when we pay attention even to our dreams, it can reveal a lot of messages. It's just up to us if we want to intuitively listen. So, with this winter solstice, with the end of the year, personally, if I could share something with y'all, I don't have time to teach anyone anything ever anymore. I put down that title. I put down that self, what do you call it? Like the thing that I bestowed upon myself, the thing that I took on that I really had no business taking on, but I had to take it on so I could learn something, become more aware. I put that shit down. I don't want it no more. I don't want it. I'm all set. It just creates pain that I don't need. It was necessary for my evolution for me to get to this point, but now I'm all set. I learned it. I'm good. I'm nobody's teacher. I am nobody's mentor. I am nobody's doormat. I'm all set. I'm not anyone's guru. I'm not anyone's. You are going to do you. You have God in you. You already know the answer. You'll figure it the fuck out. Can I be a vessel? Sure, because we all are. But it is not my job. It is not my duty. It is not my mission. It is not any of that. We are all collectively responsible for getting our own shit together. I'm going to do my part the best that I can with this body and with this name, with this embodiment of this lifetime. Okay, awesome. I'm going to do my thing with God, right? With my guardian angels, with my posse, with my ancestors, like everyone and anything that has my back who genuinely, positively loves me. I'm blessed, right? But everyone has that. But not everyone recognizes it. I think Terrence Howard said this. I remember him saying in a podcast once, I believe it was Terrence Howard. It's good to, I'm not quoting him direct, like the exact quote, but he says something along these lines. It's okay to see God in everybody, but make sure they see it in you first. Otherwise, I've been guilty of this. You are going to overexert yourself towards somebody who doesn't even have the capacity to love you the way that you love them. Because they just don't know how to. If they barely have that recognition of who the fuck they are within themselves, it's going to be challenging for them to show you the love that you deserve. Just because you know who you are doesn't mean they know who you are, because they don't even know who they are. But you can't judge people like that. You can, but I don't advise anyone to judge people like that. I just genuinely don't advise anyone to judge. And I genuinely don't advise anyone to try to make someone see something either. You're just going to be run dry. You're going to be run dry. You're going to be sweating. You're going to be crying. You're going to be losing sleep. You're going to be losing money. Trying to control something or like fix something outside of you. I'm not saying don't care about like people's well-being. But if people aren't receptive, well, then what the fuck are you doing? I had to have a real talk with myself and realize that, people are going to have their process. So instead of trying to make people see, I'd rather just walk away. Not out of punishment, but out of self-preservation, because my energy is precious. out of focusing on myself, focusing on my frequency, focusing on my money, focusing on my health, focusing on my wealth, focusing on my passions, focusing on my creativity, and putting energy into people who have capacity, who are receptive, who reciprocate, who actually take me as a part of themselves and treat me the way that they would like to be treated if they actually see their worth. Because if you treat me the way that you treat yourself, you may treat me like shit because you don't even treat yourself well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about the people who don't treat themselves well. I'm talking about the people who do treat themselves well. Those are the people I would want in my circle. Those are the people I would want to be in close proximity with. That is what my energy resonates with. That is what my energy will want to be around. It's not a selfish thing. It's a godly thing. And I encourage every single person listening, every single person in this world, my prayer for people, my prayer for spirit, my prayer for people is to just honestly know who you are. Love yourself even more. You already love yourselves in so many beautiful ways. We also deserve to level up in that love. Like, give yourself a pat on the back, put your hand on your heart and say thank you. You know, put your hand on your mind and say thank you. Put your hands on your body and say thank you and say, you know what, I'm loving myself the best way I know how to. And I'm excited to learn how to love myself even better. I'm excited to learn how to love people better. I'm excited to learn how to love the animals better. I'm excited to learn how to love nature better because nature is me and I am nature. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about perfection. It's about not lying to yourself. It's about waking up enough more and more every single day where it keeps you motivated and excited to want to evolve for the sake of love, for the sake of love, for the sake of fun, for the sake of joy, for the sake of creativity, for the sake of just being alive, yo. I don't want to create misery for somebody just because I experienced something miserable. I don't want to make life harder for somebody just because something bad happened and I'm annoyed. I'd rather be more responsible for that. I'd rather be more responsible than that. And, you know, say I did go through something. We all have. But that's not a cop-out to be like, I'm just going to treat anybody and everybody like an asshole just because I'm upset right now. No, let's not disturb the peace. Let's take accountability and choose a higher frequency. Let's choose a higher energy. We have a choice. I'm not going to pin it on a diagnosis or what my therapist said or what somebody else said. I'm not going to pin it on that because that just gives away my power. I can choose what I do with my power. Everyone can choose what they do with their power. We all have a choice. And there are people out there too, as we learn how to love ourselves better, there are people out there that are going to mirror an elevated version of love that we have yet to tap into. And that's fucking exciting too. And the reason why I feel like that's exciting is because it shows potential. Like you can attract a spouse, a friend, a dynamic where people are pouring into you so much love because they love themselves so much. And it inspires you to love yourself even better. But you have to answer that call. You know what I mean? Like, don't be scared to answer it. And those are the relationships worth evolving with, because if two people are willing to grow together because we're listening, then you're going to attract more abundance. You're going to blossom even more. But if you're scared and stagnant and you don't know how to trust the love you're being blessed with by these people, then you limit your own growth and you're wondering why a lot of hell is breaking through in your life. But again, look at it as an opportunity to like move through the fire. Go scared, go nervous, Go skeptical. It's making you uncomfortable for a reason. It's making you, analyze for a reason. It's making you explore. It's intriguing you. It's capturing your attention. And the way to discern if it's worth your time is, does your soul resonate with it, or does your ego resonate with it? The toxic side of your ego. You'll know the difference because you're going to feel uncomfortable. That's the only way you grow. So I'd rather call in people who challenge me, who want to heal, who want to reciprocate unconditional love, who want to grow, who want to get feedback, who want to check their energy, who want to get checked, who want to be peaceful and feel peaceful and show peace to other people, who want to be considerate, who want to be kind-hearted, who want to be generous. Those are the people I'm attracting because that's who I am. Anything outside of that, I don't have time for it. My energy doesn't want it. My energy doesn't want to be around it. And something that Shaman Durek said that I love is, I think I mentioned this in another episode, but there's a window to try to see with hope and with faith if people are receptive. But there's a window. Let's not make it a long-ass bridge. Let's not make this a long-ass driveway. Let's not make it more than what it has to be. If people aren't receptive, you gotta let it go with love, right? No judgment. But if people are receptive, then give them a little wiggle room to change, to grow, to receive. But your energy knows when it's done giving to something that doesn't know how to give back the way that you give. I'm not saying I gave them money so they give me money. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an energy. Do you genuinely give a fuck about this person? Or are you selfish? Are you letting the trauma from the past project in the present? Are you using people? I'm saying this shit out loud because darkness tries to penetrate. Darkness tries to attach itself to people, places, and things. And I will not give it the satisfaction. I would not give it the slightest satisfaction. I'm way too powerful and way too abundant in light and love that the parts of darkness that I do see, I don't judge it. I have that power to transcend it. No matter who hears it, no matter who listens to it, no matter who I'm around, no matter what space I'm in, no matter what people, what titles, I don't care what your name is. If you're around me, you're going to hear this beautiful essence within me because that is what God wants me to do. I'm meant to make people uncomfortable who are meant to feel discomfort. That is what shakes up the darkness to help them see. You picked the wrong one to fuck with. Some people will look at that as a threat. If you want to look at it as a threat, it's a threat of love. I can show darkness love. Doesn't mean they want it. But best believe I know how to cultivate an energy of peace. When you don't fear darkness, that's when things change. When you face darkness with love, that's when things change. When you protect your peace, that's when things change. When you keep authentically being yourself, which is the godly essence of love, not hate, not bitchiness, that's when things change. And it's not even about judging the fear. It's about facing it so that we can do something about it. December is the month, y'all. December is the month where you have to make a choice. Not making a choice is also a choice. If you make a choice for your highest form of love and abundance and peace and prosperity, you will get that going into 2026. If you don't choose and you ignore and stay stagnant, you're like, no, everything that everyone says about me is wrong, then you're just going to continue that energy going into the new year. And, don't be surprised when that happens. But if you're surprised, then that just means you have some inner work to do. But that's the process. And for the people who do choose darkness, for people who do choose self-centered stuff, self-centered type energy, me, gimme, then, the karma will come with that going into the next year as well. And God bless. No judgment either way. I know how it feels to pick all of those choices. It's just gotten to a point where I'm just like, nah, it feels better to do what feels right in my heart. And not just what's right in my heart when it comes to myself, but what's right in my heart when it comes to other people, whether we're close or we're not close, whether we're friends or we're not friends. I just want what's better for people, like for our highest evolution, for my highest evolution. It doesn't mean things don't get sticky sometimes. It just means that it shouldn't stay stuck and sticky. But if there's a pattern, there's a consistent behavior, there's a consistent revealing of people's true egotistical nature, I have to do its best through my intuition so that I can keep evolving and not enabling somebody. Again, energy is precious. It's what you do with it that makes the difference. You can say all day, my energy is precious, but what you do and say will also demonstrate that. God is listening. God is everywhere. And the universe will respond. So what do you want to focus on? Whatever you choose to focus on will be mirrored back to you. And I'm the type of person where I believe every single person in this planet, I don't care who you are. I don't care how much crime you've done or how much of a saint you were. Because fallen angels were once saints. A saint can be a sinner. You know that saying. Listen, I don't care who you are. Everyone deserves to feel blessed. I don't care what you did. I don't care what your past lives were about. I don't care. Like, everyone deserves to feel blessed. But that doesn't mean that you have to have so much empathy for people who've done these horrific, crazy, chaotic things to others. It doesn't mean that you have to entertain energy that isn't ready to take accountability and to transcend their low vibe. Excuse me. I'm like releasing as we're talking. I'm saying as we're talking. Yes, Spirit's talking, I'm talking. Yes, Spirit's talking through me. God is talking. Guardian angels are talking. Guardian angels are giving me downloads. I'm like yawning, releasing, burping. So like, excuse me, y'all. It's a release. My heart chakra is opening. My throat chakra is opening. My third eye is opening. Everything's just radiating. And yeah, the atmosphere, the entities that don't have my best interest at heart don't want me to feel that bliss. But I be damn. Like, I deserve to feel that bliss. I deserve to radiate and walk and talk and feel and embrace and express in that way, because that is the way. That is the way God wants for us. That is the way our true friends want us to be. That is the way anyone that keeps us accountable in the purest form wants us to express. Anything outside of that is just gossip. Anything outside of that is just dampening on our true essence. And that is not the way. It's a way for some people in order to get to the true way. But for where I am at this point in my life, that is not the way. Again, doesn't mean people don't make mistakes. It's about how you learn from the mistakes. It doesn't mean that you won't make mistakes again. It just means that keeping accountability within your heart with that unconditional love will ultimately create a momentum of consistent blessings that you can hang on to and capitalize from there. I hope this is making sense. This is how the download is coming out. It's worth it. Everyone's worth it. Everyone's worthy. Again, doesn't matter your history. It doesn't matter what you used to do. It doesn't matter what type of mistake you made. Evolution is for everybody. But you keeping in mind that you're not really anyone's teacher is the key, because everyone's technically their own teacher. So for me, it's more like a remember coach, like helping you remember who the fuck you are. And I can't do that if I don't know who the fuck I am. It won't have as much substance. So I truly appreciate when my close circle or even strangers on the street remind me through purity, through good intention, through genuine nature, the things that I deserve to remember about myself. And I, in return, will do that through the podcast, through any other creative projects, through simple interactions I have with people, with a neighbor or with someone I'm at the job with or at a project with. That is worth speaking about. Something that Shaman Durek said that penetrated me is that not everybody is going to like you. And they're not supposed to. Because imagine if you were liked by every single fucking person in this world. That would be kind of boring. I'm not saying we don't deserve like fruitful relationships with so many beautiful people. But what I am saying is that when someone doesn't like you, don't take that personal. It's more of a reflection of them more than anything. Because why don't they like you? That's up to them. That's their own prerogative. That's their own shit. Especially if you don't do anything that's worth not liking. If you're being kind, if you're being generous, if you're being compassionate and you're being honest, then why not? Again, people project all day. Not everybody, but a lot of people. So, again, the releasing. This feels good. Y'all, you're not alone in this winter solstice. You're not alone in the end of 2025 energy. This is normal. We're all going to get through this. We got this. It's important to give yourself grace, allow yourself to feel the feelings, right? And then be real. Like, be intentional about what you want going into the new year. For me personally, it's, like I've already mentioned, accepting, being willing, receptive of unconditional love from people who want to love me, who are ready to love me in that way, because I'm ready to love in that way too. And to just, again, give grace to the people who are not ready, but the door can be cracked. We could see if it could be a potential friendship. We could see if it could be a potential acquaintanceship. We can see if we can have some sort of interaction, even if it's distance. That's fine. Like, you're my spiritual brother and sister at the end of the day, even if we're not close. But, for the people who are not on that vibe and then we're like, well, fuck them, I'm going to do that. Nah, I'm all set. That's not the energy I'm going into 2026 with. I'm not here to prove anything to anybody. I'm not here to be anyone's teacher. I'm not here to feel self-validated by trying to fix something and you recognizing my gifts and skills. Like, that's not, I'm all set. 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 If there are people I come across, which I have been coming across, many people who are well versed in many things that I'm not well versed in, that are more intellectual in certain things than versus me. Yes, thank you. I need that stimulation. I am open to receiving that knowledge. I'm open to just share connections with people who want to see me win. I want to see them win. And we just win together. Like, your win is my win is your win. This isn't a competition. We have enough of that in the world. I don't want to contribute to that. So what are you guys discovering during this month, during this winter solstice? I'm interested. If y'all want to comment, if y'all want to share this with your friends and family, if y'all want to DM me on Instagram, send me a message, an email, go on my website, tiarachantel.com, and I'm happy to read it. I'm happy to connect on some high vibrations. I'm open, I'm willing, I'm receptive. I give nothing but high vibes to y'all because you all deserve it, no matter who you are. Everyone deserves that high vibe, no matter what pain you've caused people or whatever. You deserve to grow. You deserve to move on. You deserve to rewrite your story, create a new chapter. People pleasing is a no-go for me. Teaching people is a no-go for me. Overextending myself is a no-go for me. Everything opposite of that is a beautiful thing I receive. So, I hope you find this fruitful. If it resonated with you, amazing. If it didn't resonate with you, that's fine too. I'm just grateful that I get to share and communicate. I'm able to speak. I'm able to speak from the heart. I'm able to give light and love. I'm able to just be transparent in that and show what love is capable of. With boundaries, with self-respect, with self-compassion and balance. Thank you, God. Thank you, guardian angels. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, high vibrational ancestors. I feel that love. God, why do you love me so much? Because I deserve it. You all deserve it. Peace and love, y'all. Take care.